Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Aslack. Today we'll be talking about distracting thoughts. I'll be explaining it over 4 different points, and without further delay, let's begin. Point number 1, you're not alone. We all struggle with distracting thoughts. If you believe that you're the only one who suffered by distracting thoughts, then my friend, you're heavily mistaken. I suffer with it, and most probably you also suffer with it. We all struggle with distracting thoughts. Now, understanding that you're not alone in this is the first step, because it's the human nature to have all these thoughts running in our mind. Even the most productive YouTuber you can think of will be having their own share of distracting thoughts. So the first thing is, you're not alone in this. Point number 2, thoughts are not bad. Let me ask you a question. What is the root cause here? Is it the thoughts, or is it how you deal with them? Now you have the answer. It's not the thoughts, it's how you deal with them. Now, if you think that all thoughts are bad, no, that's wrong, because there are good thoughts and bad thoughts, right? There are things which are beneficial, there are things which are not that beneficial to us. So there are good thoughts and bad thoughts. I want to be thought-free is a wrong and impractical goal. That will not happen. We are human and we have a beautiful brain, and our brain will keep sending us all these things. Sometimes, randomly, our brain gifts us with weird thoughts. Maybe wonderful thoughts. And if it was not the case, we would have never thought of it otherwise. And one such thought was starting this YouTube channel. So all thoughts are not bad. Some thoughts are good. So you're not alone in this, and all thoughts are not bad. Now let's get to point number 3. And this is the most important point here. Your thoughts are not orders, but suggestions. Now, why is this the most important point in this entire video? Because most of us act upon our thoughts. I already explained that the root cause is not the thought, it's how you deal with it. So if you think that every thought is an order, every thought is a reality, you will live with that thought. That's very bad. I'll give you an example to understand this. You wake up a day and you feel like today is a bad day. I can't study today because today is bad. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, today is a bad day. Can't study today. Today was a bad day was just a suggestion of your mind. It was not the reality. It was not an order. It was just a suggestion. In fact, a bad suggestion. Now what did you do? So by wasting your day, you actually made your thought into a reality. So think of this the other way. 9 a.m. in the morning, when you felt that today is a bad day, your day was not over yet. Your day was not a bad day. It was not a reality yet. But you acted upon that thought and ended up with a bad day. Your bad thought became your reality. So the next time a suggestion comes to you, maybe a bad suggestion like today is a bad day, or I can't do this, why should I do this, I shouldn't be doing this, just stop. Take a pause and think again, and you will see that new suggestions will come up. I can make today great, today can be beautiful, etc. So understand that thoughts are just suggestions, not orders, and this is the most important thing in this entire video. Let's get to the final point. Point number 4, how to deal with distracting thoughts. The most awaited part of the video, I know that. Now you know that everyone is suffering this, and all thoughts are not bad, and thoughts are not orders, but suggestions. Now, our point is to make sure that we only take the good suggestions and remove the bad suggestions. How do I deal with it? It's simple. When a distracting thought comes to me, maybe I'm studying something, maybe I'm watching something, whatever, I'll just take a paper and write it down. If I don't have a paper with me, I'll write it down in my phone. That's it. So simple. Now when a thought comes to me, I take a piece of paper, or in my phone, I write it down. Why am I writing it down? I have a feeling that our brain hates to lose a thought. So when I write it down, I'm actually fooling my brain, saying that, okay, thank you for the thought, I have written it down, I'll get back to it when I'm free. Now this way I feel so calm, because when I'm studying and suddenly a thought comes, I'm like, let me think about it. That was the old me. Now what happens, a thought comes to me and I'm like, okay, thank you for the thought, I'll write it down. I'll just take a paper and write it down, and done. And after my work is done, I go back to it. When I go back to it, point number 3 works. I go through them, and some of them may be a good suggestion, some of them may be a bad suggestion, and I'll deal with them accordingly. So when I write down my thoughts, 3 things are taking place. Point number 1, every thought is accessible to me and I don't have to worry about losing my thoughts. And point number 2, I can finish the task in hand without getting distracted. And point number 3, after finishing your work, you can go to your thoughts and then separate them as good suggestion, bad suggestion, and then deal with them accordingly. If it's a good suggestion, think over it. If it's bad, cut it off. So this is all about how I deal with distracting thoughts. So whenever a distracting thought comes to me, I write it down and deal with it later. This is what I do, and this has helped me a lot. You can try this out and come back and tell me in the comments how it turned out. Wait, one more thing. If you stayed till this length of the video, I need you to do me a favor. Put a comment with this clover leaf. Yeah, just put anything, because I'll know that you guys stayed up this length, because I don't know how many of you are watching this video up to this length, and it would mean a lot if you guys did. So if you watch this video till this length, please let me know in the comments by using a clover leaf. Whatever you have to comment, just comment, but make sure you put this leaf in it, in the beginning or the end of the comment. But just put there, because when I go through the comments, I can know that you guys have watched this video till this length. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And if you think that this will help someone, don't forget to share it with them. It will help me a lot. So I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Take care.